In this tutorial, we are going to explain the solution of paper 3, the part of Excel in paper 3 for May-June 2010. He says your manager has asked you to manipulate a spreadsheet about some holiday bookings. Already the spreadsheet, it is a software of the Microsoft Office Excel. He says using a suitable software package, load the file jxsheet.csv. The extension CSV, it's comma separator value. Already it's not an original Excel file, but it will be opened in Excel. After this, we have to save the file in the Excel form. So the extension will be XLS. The JX sheet file, already I will open it directly, double click. It will be open to me. You can see that already the typing is already separated by the comma, the value separated by the comma. This is the meaning of the extension comma separator value. How to make it or convert it in a tabular view to be suitable for the Excel? I will select only the column A, then goes to data, text to column, make next, then I will select comma. You can notice that already the comma here is written. As soon as I take the comma, already it's converted in a tabular view. What is a tabular view? It means into tables. Then press next and finish. It will come to me as tables or as the columns and rows. Then he says, place your name, candidate number, and center number in the footer. In the Word, we can see the footers and the headers easily. In here, I have to make insert, header, and footer. This is the header, but he needs the footer, so I will scroll to down. He says click to add footer. I will only click on it. I will type my name, comma, the candidate number, it's 1234. The center number, it's SA196 for boys and SX196 for the girls. Then here I am in the page layout view. I want to go back to my normal view. How to go back? Just click anywhere on any cell and go to view menu and make normal. These dotted lines, this is the margins or the limits of our page in Excel. It's different than the Word. He says in the question paper, in the destination column, use a lookup function. The lookup word in language, it means to search for. Here I want to use a function. It's called a lookup to show the destination name. First, where is the destination column? This is the destination column. It's starting from A2 to A8. And this is the title. Here I can see some invisible words. How to make all the words visible automatically auto-fit? Just click on the rectangle between the column A and the row 1 to select the whole sheet, and between any two columns just double click. It will make auto-fit for all the data. Then in the destination column, it means in A2, I have to insert a formula or a function to look up for the values, the destination. What is the value? It's the destination name. I can see here beside destination column, there is a code column. The code column consists of some codes. These codes refers to a destination name. It means, for example, EGY, it's the code, this is the code for the destination of Egypt. The flight will be goes to Egypt. So here I want to make automatically written the whole name of this destination or of this code. I have to use a formula called lookup. Which data I will use? Use the code column for the lookup value. So for each A2, I will use B2. I want to insert a formula in A2 to write the whole name of BAH, this code. I want to know what is it. So I will use the code column. I will type in A2 the destination name for the code BAH. I will type in A3 the destination name for the code of B3. So the cell A2 is related or referenced by the cell B2. This means relative reference. It means each cell related to a reference or reference to another cell, it's related to it. So in A2, I will not select the cell B8 because already A2, I want the destination of BEH. If I select the destination of THA, it will be mistake, it will be different. So each cell reference to another related cell which is beside it. Maybe it's the column beside it, next to it, or maybe it's in another column. But the most important, he say use the code column. Where is the code column? This is it. So returning to my A2. Then he says what? And the file jxdest.csv for the array. This is a separate file. jxdest. This is a separate file. Contains of what? Contains of another table. A table shows each code and the name of its destination, its solution, its value. What is the value of BAH? It's Bahamas. What is the value of COZ? It's Cozumel. So this is the value of each codes. Now I will insert the formula. First we have the formula for lookup. We have two formulas, even lookup function or the V lookup function, value lookup function. I can use both of them. Select the easiest one for you. Here in A2 in the destination column I will stand, then go to FX button. Here we have the formula bar, beside it the FX button. The FX button for inserting function. We can make it from here or from the formula bar we have the another FX insert function. So we can make it from either both. I will make insert. Now here we have search for a function. We can type the function. If we can see the function name in this list, we can type the function name here, V lookup, and press go. It will come to me V lookup and lookup, H lookup. We can use V lookup or lookup only. I will show you both of them. The V lookup, the lookup value. He says use the code column for the lookup value. So the lookup value will be which cell? It's the cell B2 which contains the BAH. I will type BAH? No. I will type B2? No. I will make what? I will make only selection. This is relative reference, so I will not lock it. What is the difference between a relative reference and absolute reference? The relative reference, it means a reference for a cell that I will select it according to another cell. This one will not be locked. It means what? It means when I'm typing the formula in A2, I will select B2. So B2 reference it to A2. If I'm standing and typing the formula in A8, I will select B8. So each cell is related to each others. Now, the table array, the table I have to search in it for each value. This is the JXDest. I will select the JXDest table from A2 to B11. Why I didn't select A1 and B1? Because these are the titles of the columns. They are not a code and its destination. They only are titles. I need only the code and its destination name. I can see here some changes. S dollars. What is this S dollars means? It means it's an absolute reference. It means a locked reference. What does it mean? It means that each time I want to look up for a value for the code or the destination, I will search in which table? In this table from A2 to B11. If I don't make this lock or this absolute reference, each time the reference or the range will be changed. So I will search in another cells. Next time I will select from A3 to B12, then from A4 to B13. So and somehow it will come from A12 to another cell B. So it will be empty. What is this? No, I have to select it each time. So I have to select it and make it locked. Here already it's locked. If it's not locked, I have to select it and just press F4 from the keyboard. It will show to me the S dollars. Here it's called column index number. It means what? In JXDest, where is the value? Already it exists. It exists in column 1 or column 2, column A, first column or second column. It's in second column. The value itself is the value I'm looking for it. It exists in the second column. So I will type 2. Here it gives me what? The formula result. At the end, it's Bahamas. I will press OK. This is the VLOOKUP. I have to type the formula in each cell? No. I make it only in the first cell, then I copy. How to copy? Just when you see this black cross, press and drag to fill down, or double click. It will be copied. I can use the lookup formula. How to use the lookup formula? I will delete. Standing in A2, fx, using the lookup. He says here the array. So I will select the lookup value and array. He gives me, where is the lookup value? It's B2. Why B2? Because I'm standing in A2. If I'm typing in A5, I will select B5. This is the relative reference. Where is the array? It's the table in JX dest from A2 to B11. And already it's locked. It gives me the result as Bahamas. Press OK. How to copy it? Just the cross, the black cross, double click. This is the lookup function and the question 44. He says replicate this function. Here he says this function must include both absolute and relative reference. This is what we explained now. Replicate this function, it means the copying for the function or for the formula we did for all codes. In cell C2, use a function to count the number of trips to the destination where the value in the D code column matches the contents of cell B2. This function must include both absolute and relative referencing. Okay, now don't count any entries in row from 1 to 24. First, where is the row from 1 to 24? From here to here. And he says use the D code column. This is the D code column from D25 to D98. So each time I will select which column, the D code column. So the D code column will be absolute reference, because each time I will count first if the trips or the destination matches the cell of B2. It means what? It means I want to count from the D code column how many the trip goes to Bahamas, to BAH. I will see the D code column. This is 1. This is 2. And 3. And 4. 5. 6. And 7. 7 trips go to Bahamas. So now I will make it by my eyes. No, sometimes I will miss some of the entries. I have to make it automatically to be calculated, to be counted. So in cell C2, I want to count, but it's a conditional count. So I will make not an ordinary count, I will make a count if. Count if what? Count the trips if it matches the cell B2, if it goes to Bahamas. Count the trips if it goes to Cozumel. Count the trips if it goes to Egypt, and so on. So I will stand in C2, press the FX button, and make count if. This is the formula. We have a range. What is the range? It's already the column he mentioned to count from it. It's what? It's the D code column. I have to select it from D25 to D80, sorry, 98. But if I select it without locking it or making it absolute reference, because each time I will reference for the same column for cells, I have to make it locked or absolute. How to make it? Just select the cells or the range you selected and press F4 from the keyboard. What is the criteria? The criteria, it's already the destination they are going to it, or they wanted to count it. It's the cell matches the cell of B2. Because I'm standing in C2, I will make B2. If he says in cell C6, so he has to give if matches the cell B6, because it's a relative reference. How many? As we counted, 7, and press OK. Then he says replicate. It means copy the cells from C3 to C8. Here, from C3 to C8, just double click, it will be copied. In question 46, he says, in cell C11, use a function to add the total number of days using the duration column. Now he wants to add, not to count. So we will not use count, we will use a formula called sum. It's a calculation to add number of days, total number of days, using the duration columns for holidays starting in the month of January till, of course, December. So, where is the duration column? This is it. Here we have a month and month 9. From here we have a month code. Month 9, it means September. Month 8, it means August. 5, it means May. 4, it's April. 12, it's December. So, we will count how many days. In here we have 8. How many days in 8? 14. 14, here 8, 7. 14 plus 7, it's 21. In 8, 21 plus 10, it's 31. So, and so on. We have to count. But we want to make a calculation. In cell what? In cell C11. The total number of days for each month they go to trips. This function must include both absolute and relative reference. So I will make sum, but it's a conditional sum, just like a conditional count. Conditional sum for what? For the D code. Sorry, for the duration column. Sum if it matches for the M code column. If I want here the month 1, here the month 2. So I will make sum if. In cell C11, use a function to add the total number of days using the duration column for holidays starting in the month of January. So he gives you a criteria, he gives you a condition to start with January, and already this column for M code, besides the days column, it's already started with the column of the number or the code for January, it's 1. So I will press Fx. Sum if. Where is the range? The range is the what? Is the months here. This is the months. The months if what? The months already they go to trips in it. Okay? This range I have to select it each time. So I have to make it absolute. Select it and make F4 from the keyboard. The criteria. What is the criteria? It's the M code column, the January, starting from January. Why we didn't make the months here? Because already here it's not written by months words, it's written by months codes. So we have to select the months code, not the months names. Now, what is the criteria? It's B11. Where is the sum range? The sum range, it's already the range that it has the days, and he says use the duration column. This one which I will sum from it. So this is the sum range. I will select it till the end, and this is I have to search in it and count or sum the total of days from it each time. So I will make it locked. Just select it and press F4 from the keyboard. He gives us for 1, it's 28 days. Press what? Press OK. Then replicate from C11 to C22. I will just double click. It will give me the total days in each month already mentioned from the month here, and in front of it the duration in each month. Only he sum or add the total days. Set the page orientation to landscape. From page layout, orientation, make it landscape. See, the limits or the margins of the pages changed. Then, save the data model and print a copy of the cells A1 to C22 only. He wants A1 to C22 only. Making what? Showing the formula used. Now here, maybe some of you says, Why I don't copy and paste from the JX list only, BAH, it's Bahamas, so I will type Bahamas, or I will copy and paste, because I will show the formula, I will show which formula I used in the printing. But of course we will not print here, of course we will make a screenshot. So I will select from A1 to which cell he says, from A1 to C22 only, A1 to C22, and go to formula menu, and here we have show formulas. See, already the values converted into formulas. How to make it? Just click it between any two columns to make all visible, double click, it will show the whole of the functions. Showing the formula used, make sure that the contents of cell in range are visible, we made it, that the printout fits on a single page wide. Then I want to print, go to print, make selection, I have to select first from A1 to C22, then print selection, okay, and make preview. From the preview I will go to page setup, I will make fit to 1 pages wide and press OK. This is my printout. Just click print screen from the keyboard, go to paint and make edit, paste, and save it in your desktop. Save as question. Which number of question? Question 48. Question 48 on desktop, and press, or in your folder, and press save. This is the print screen for the question 48. Make sure that your name, candidate number, and center number are printed in the footer of the page. Here I will see it. I can see my name, center number, and the candidate number. The step we made it secondly at the beginning, so it's okay. Close print preview.